Here I am. I'm early now. How's that? Go ahead and get things started here, get things kicked off so we can get this show done. I can go ahead and start sorting things out and getting them ready for the mail tomorrow. Got a whole lot of packages to get out tomorrow. Probably if I owe you something, I will be printing a label for you and you will receive tracking sometime this evening or tomorrow morning. And so here I go, off into the land of getting a roll ready. And let me get my view back together so I can see what I'm doing here. There we go. And we got nobody yet in the chat. There's one. Yo man. Hello, yo man. Hello once again. And here I go. Let's see. Let me get everything reshaped the way I want it here. Okay. Now ready to get going. I'm going to go ahead and start opening this roll. Now that you can see that I'm here and see that I've got the roll in front of me. There it is. That end's already all the way open up. Now, get this end opened up. Get it over to the seam. Works better when I start with the seam. There we go. Alright. Wrapper over the coins. First National Bank of Chicago. Hello, Scott. Looks like you got here well enough in time for this one. And we get started on our 1953 D-roll here. Hey, Jeff. Spike Ted Die Crack. Looks like I got a really nice roll going on here. Alright, let's go ahead and start taking a look through it. See what we come up with. 626 now. I think I'll go ahead and get started. Coin Junkie, how you doing? First one here is Doug Reese. Let me take a look at Doug Reese and see what we've got. This is the end roll coin. I expect it to be a little off quality. And have nothing there. Let's take a look at the side that was facing in. Wow, look how nice that is. Very, very nice. Got nothing on this side. And that will be coin number 1. And we're getting started off now. Coin number 1. Get my keyboard out of the way. Now, coin number 2. Coin number 2 will go to Wanda. Here's for Wanda. Oh boy, man, that's a nice looking coin. That's a really clean looking 1953 D-Lincoln cents here. Very nice one. Got no doubling that I can see on this one. Flip it over and take a look at the other side. Got nothing going on here. But a very nice coin, that's for sure. There's number 2. Now, coin number 3 goes to BR Chef. BR Chef 2, one of the newer people in our family. I don't see anything here. Interesting little set of die scratches above the TY of Liberty. Yeah, flip it over and take a look at the other side. And I got nothing there. So there's a normal coin, yet a nice one for BR Chef. What's up, everybody? I'm glad you guys are here. There's one for Sissy Atwell. Let's see what Sissy gets. Yeah, it looks like the same die we might have dealt with earlier in this roll. It looks like it may have signature of a very, very minor RPM, but not something that would be listable. And here we go on around. Okay, we're going to remember this as our die marker. Got a wide V complex of die scratches below the TR of trust. Got nothing on the reverse. That dog decided he's going to start getting all cantankerous just as Dad goes online. Spends a whole day sleeping until you're busy doing something, then he wants to make all kinds of noise. Jim Worley. Let's see what Jim Worley has. Nothing there. We don't have the V shape on this one. Let's say that little comma next to the D. There's a little die scratch next to the D that's pretty sharp. We'll use that along with a couple of little die scratches underneath the chin. That's going to be our marker for this particular die. This is the one that's got the weird die scratches up above the TY of Liberty. Do I have a horse running in my house? Yeah, it's a 70-pound, 16-inch tall horse. Bully style. He runs up and down the stairwell. Gets up and down the stairwell, and well, he sounds like a horse. He might as well be one. All right, that's coin number 5. Now coin number 6. Got Adam Chambers. Adam Chambers on this one. I'm watching for a few different things in 1953D. Most notably, I'm watching for an RPM that has a D sticking out of the front of the vest underneath the 19 of the date. And those turn up to be really valuable when you locate them. They're just really difficult to locate. Also watching for the possibility of double die lids and all the other normal things that I would be watching for in pretty much any microscopic examination of a roll of coins. I'm trying to find us a good marker on this one, because I have this notion that we might have seen a coin like this before. We just weren't watching for markers, so we don't know. Let's see. Okay, there's a die dot hairy looking thing over on the vest. It's over in the lower vest. I still don't have a pointer. I need a microscope pointer. Let's take a look at the reverse and see if there's anything on the reverse that we should be looking for. And I don't see anything here. Mr. Dunn. Hello, Wanda. Ein Fisch namens Wanda. One of the first German language movies I saw was a dubbed version of A Fish Called Wanda. Alright. There's a 1953D with nothing else going on, just a 1953D. And that's pretty much all we've run into so far. This one's got a die crack on the head. Nice shapely die crack there on the head. Stately headache. But at least we can identify him later. And let's see. What do we have going on here? Well, nothing else, actually. Looks like we may end up with a dud roll. I mean, it's going to be nice condition coins, and the coins are nice, but as far as being anything extra special, looks like it may turn out to be a dud. Got a Jeff Dunn coin now. Is Jeff Dunn going to change our luck? No, not for an RPM. This is that die. It's got that big V shape underneath the T of trust, the TR of trust. Yes, sir. We have run into another example of a die we have already seen. So it kind of helps us out, along with the condition of the coins, it kind of helps us figure out that we do have an original roll here when you keep running into the same dies over and over again, which is why I'm making sure I check for markers as we go through the roll, because, well, there's some chance that we could end up opening a roll that isn't an original roll. But as I go through this one, the more examples I find from the same dies over shows me that this roll is probably original all the way through. Kind of important when you buy rolls as original rolls, because original rolls generally cost quite a bit more. And not seeing any one of our particular markers on this one. Yeah, we do have a die dot to the southwest of the D toward the vest, and then another mark from, it's a scratch from the center of the 1 to the bottom of the 9, and so we can use that. So I got a number of different dies that I'm working on remembering here, but that's what I do, remember dies, or try anyway. That was John Brandon Bow, coin number 9. Let's move on to coin number 10, see what happens with coin number 10. Joe McBride. I don't know why I didn't get the C in his name there, but it's Joe McBride. This is the one that's got the little comma die scratch over to the east of the D mint mark, and the two things up here in the throat. We've already seen this die. We know there's nothing on this one. It's also got the die scratches above the TY of Liberty. Very oddly shaped thing. And some machine doubling here on the lower part of the wheat stem. A little machine doubling here. A little machine doubling up here too. So machine doubling in a few different areas of the reverse on this one. And there's that. So that's coin number 10. That one's going to Joe McBride, whoever that is. Now we do coin number 11. Number 11 goes to Wanda. We're only 11 coins in. That doesn't mean we can't find anything. It just means that, well, the likelihood that we're going to find a whole bunch of something in here is a little bit lower because we've been through 11 coins now and haven't found anything yet. So here we go. Off into the wild blue yonder here. What do we have? Well, there's a slash through the Y of Liberty. Slash through the Y of Liberty is going to be yet another new die. A few things going on in the lower coat here. And we flip it over, take a look at the reverse, see if anything happened on the reverse that we need to be talking about. Got nothing for you, unfortunately. 11 coins into a 1953 D roll. We've not found anything in the roll yet. I was really hoping for this one because 53D is, well, kind of loaded with varieties. There's a lot of nice varieties in 1953D. And coin number 12 for Thomas Thomas. And we still have nothing here. Let's see. What's this going to be? This is the one with the headache. This is the die with the headache. And take a look at the reverse now. Hi, farm dog. How you doing this evening, sir? I take it things have gone well this evening? There's Thomas. Coin number 12. Now for coin number 13. Sireg gets coin number 13. Why to get me started here. There's the slash, the 1 and the 9. So we've seen this die before. And it still has nothing on it. Just like it did the last time we saw it. There's the die dot to the southwest of the D toward the vest. And so we'll flip it over now. Take a look at the other side and see if there's anything here to be talking about. Yeah, we got nothing there. Unfortunately, nothing there. That was lucky coin number 13. Let's take a look at number 14 now. Coin number 14 goes to Yomango. And Yomango. Looks like we have a normal coin again. Yep, not seeing anything here. I do notice that this little booger on the side of his nose, I've seen that a few different times now. And that goes with the same die that has the die scratch, the little lightning bolt die scratch above the RTY of Liberty. It's also going to have the 2 little die scratches underneath the chin. Got a few markers on this one. We've seen this die a number of times over. We do indeed have a definitely original roll here. Unfortunately, it's an original roll that doesn't have any die varieties in it, but there are some very nice coins in here. You guys are going to really like the condition of these coins. Most of them are gem. Most of them are pretty nice gem coins. Let us see. This is another one with the headache. And yeah, another one of the ones with the headache. Should have those little cracked things down here on the bottom. I can't see them though. Let's flip it over, take a look at the other side. Nothing special going on there. Now, coin number 16. Number 16 goes to Doug Reese. Doug Reese gets this. Yeah, nice coin. Unfortunately, not a die variety that I can see so far. Swirly die scratches moving up into the bust, all across the lower bust area. The mint mark is nearly underneath the 5 instead of between the 9 and 5, which that's considered rather normal. Anytime you get the mint mark below the date, inside the rim, and not touching the coat, you have it in a normal position. So there was not any hard and fast rule about exactly where it had to be punched. Just anywhere in that triangular area, it was considered good enough. Alright, that's coin number 16. Now coin number 17. Levels of Madness. Coin number 17, here we go. And it looks like this is going to be another one of the ones with a headache. And there it is. There's the headache. Cracked skull. Alright. Well, that's all we've got with that. Let's take a look at the reverse again. See if there's anything on the reverse that we need to be talking about. Do have a little bit of a gouge. No, this is actually a lamination peel. That's interesting. Lamination peel. You got a hole in the coin, basically. You've got metal folded back, I believe. I'll take a look at this with my loop. See if for sure I can tell that's exactly what that is. Oh yeah, for sure. A little bit of metal right there is standing straight out. So you can't really see it under a scope like this, not without being able to tilt it. But that's what we've got. Nice little lamination peel. Moving on to coin number 18 now. I got Levels of Madness, coin number 17. Now coin number 18 is going to go to Mike Birchman. Hey, Eric. We got no die varieties so far in this 1953 D roll. Wish that we had found something better with this, but the coins are in nice shape. This is once again your first die of the roll. There's his nose ring. It's a little bit of jewelry coming off the side of his nose there. And so, I'll take a look at the other side. And let's see. Well, as I finish going through this roll, it appears as though we're going to end up with no die varieties in here, and I'll stop and explain if we do. But you can see the names on the right-hand side. You can see the coins under the scope. So if anybody has any questions or anything they would like to ask, or anything that they would like to ask about to learn, let me know, and I'll talk to you about pretty much anything. I'm here, I'm available, and ready to talk. Let's see, got a 53D here. This is, which die is this? It's not the headache. It's not the V-cut. It's not die 1 there. Yeah. Oh, this one's different. This one's probably the one, yeah, this is one that's got the thing inside the vest. Actually did honeydew stuff around the house. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to have a number of reveals this coming week. Let's see. Well, I can't read my screen and look at the coin at the same time, so I'll just set this here for the moment. For this coming week, I have planned a 1955S, 1952D, I have a 1961D, a 1940D, 1955D, a 1960D, 1956D, and 1954S. So I got a number of rolls planned for this coming week. I plan on making it through and getting out of all of the rolls that I have presently held are going to be released at the end of this week. All of the normal coins from this group of reveals that we're doing this week will be going out tomorrow and the next day. And all of the die varieties from this group will go out next week. Go out the end of the week or next week. Otherwise, everything from all past reveals is done, finished, and ready to be packed into packages and sent out to you guys over the next couple of days. I appreciate your patience with me. So, are you telling me, Eric, if perhaps I starve you from doing reveals and promise I'll get reveals going as soon as you finish projects for me, you'll do projects for me? Or is that something that only works with the wife? Wanda. Joe McBride is next, and I did get the C in this one, so it must have been a one-time deal that I didn't get the C in the mech part of bride. Never know, huh? Well, maybe if I tell you that we've got 6, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8 reveals planned for this coming week. Any chance you might be able to get some project work done for me? I'd like for you to learn programming and start working on the copper coins programming. Thank you in advance. Please and thank you. I really would love to get the website finished, but I just have absolutely no idea really how. How many new varieties in January? I really don't know how many new because I don't really separate all of that. But I know that there's been over 650 photographs taken of dye varieties this month, just so far this month. Over 650 photographs of dye varieties taken just this month. I have been really busy on it. And the problem is, the more I do, it seems like the more I have left to do. It's amazing. So you get so much work done, and then have so much work still sitting in front of you. I plan on doing 1,000 photographs by the end of the month. I've got another 400 and something left to go, or 300 and something left to go. I've got a number of reveals left to finish off. That'll be the reveals that we do this coming week. I've also got about 350 RPMs sitting in a row that I've got W RPM numbers on that need to be crossed over to the copper coin system. That's going to be a matter of photographing them and letting my team look at them and see if they can find a listing where it matches. If anybody here has any strengths that they like to use as far as computing is concerned, let me know, because you may just actually be able to help out with the Copper Coins quest for online excellence. Yes, Levels, I do. I use cd@coppercoins.com. Just send me an email at cd@coppercoins.com. Not your wheelhouse, Wanda? Oh, I'm sure it isn't for everybody. Otherwise, there'd be a lot more people doing it. This is the first little spot I've seen on a coin. This roll has been very spot free, very nice and spot free. There's one little spot on the obverse of this coin. There's a few bag marks, but one spot, a couple of stains. The first coin in the roll had kind of a icky looking obverse because of, well, it was stuck outward toward the open air. I have no idea what happened here, but it got scraped pretty hard, didn't it? I haven't been, Jeff, and the reason I haven't been is because it seems that very few people were actually using that sheet. But if I get people using that sheet, I'll go back to using it. I'll go back to filling it in. And I guess I'll start doing that with the rolls that we have going on now. So yes, I will go back to using it. There's a hair on this coin, or fiber of some kind. Let me knock that off real quick. Nope, I didn't get it. There we go. Got it that time. Alright. So all it takes is a couple of whiskers and a little bit of wind, and you can get pretty much any loose dust particle off of a coin, or a little hair or fiber. You don't have to scrub them. It's a good way to damage the coin. Everything I do is in care of trying to make sure that I don't damage the coins at all. Oh, you guys were actually using that? Okay. Well, I'll go back to it then. I'll go back to it, and I'll go back to publishing it. And I'll give everybody a link to it again, because I quit using it because it seemed that all the questions and the people having issues with me not sending coins to them weren't using the sheet. I kept having to tell them that the sheet existed, and then eventually I just quit using it. But I will go back to using it now. Now that I know somebody was actually... Nobody ever told me they were actually using it. Now we're up to coin number 26 already. Still haven't found a single dye variety in this roll. No dye varieties and only one little error. That was that lamination peel on the reverse of one of the coins. Yes, it'll be the same link. The tinyurl.com/cc reveals. I believe that's what it was. Oops. There we go. I'll try to keep this in the right spot for you. There we go. Alright, take a look at the reverse real quick. Make sure I've seen the reverse on this one. I'm not sure at this point. And there we go. Is that what it was, yo man? It's tinyurl.com/cc reveals. I want to make sure I'm giving everybody the right address. Could you copy it and paste it in here for us? Yeah, there we go again. Another one of the dies we've already seen in this roll. So it looks like we're going to end up making it all the way through this roll with no varieties, which it's not really unusual. It's just, well, don't like it so much. But if there were varieties in every roll, they wouldn't have any value. So just look at it that way. You've got your green and your chaff, and we're going through some chaff to make the green more valuable. Okay, that's the direct link to the spreadsheet. I think if you went to, let's see, let me try this, because I can't remember. So what is it? Yeah, that's what it is. It's http://tinyurl.com/cc reveals. That makes it easy to remember, or should anyway. So tinyurl.com/cc reveals. You go there, and starting this coming week, starting this week with the ones that we've got now, I'm talking about what 230 was it 237 through 243 is what we've done this week. The varieties from those rolls will be listed at that address, and you will be able to see the progress that we are making in identifying those coins so that we can get them shipped to you. All the normal coins that have no variety on them will be shipped to you immediately, and then we sit on the others while we are working on trying to figure out what they are. Get a die number on them, and then you end up with a flip insert that it looks a little bit more like this. And that's one of my coins there, but it'll be a copper coins flip insert that will show that you have the plate coin or a new discovery coin or something to that effect, or just a die variety, but it'll have the die variety number on it. Remember, Mark was asking last week if I was going to annotate what die numbers they are. Of course, that's part of the service that I give you by doing these reveals. There's a lot of work that goes into it, and some of you I'm sure understand that, and some of you I'm not sure whether you really know what I go through in getting these reveals finished up. It's not just the process of pulling the coins out of the roll and showing them to you. With this particular roll it will be, but there's a lot of rolls that we end up with die varieties. I have to go through and photograph those die varieties, figure out what they are, get new flip inserts made, cut, and pressed into the flips, or pushed into the flips, and then they get shipped out to you separately from the other coins that you may have had in that roll. I'm assuming you're talking about Yo Man, that your phone keeps trying to make him Yo-Yo Ma. Because I don't think your phone would have any reason making me Yo-Yo Ma. But Yo Man's name is somewhat similar. It's coin number 31, now 32. Coin number 32 goes to Sureg. And Sureg gets... it's another one of our first die of the roll with the nose ring. Where do I purchase my flips? I purchased my flips directly from Guardhouse. I buy them by the 10,000. I've been through about 30,000 flips in the last year. Thomas is next. With Yoman, yes. Yoman said that he had a relative who used to always come in and say, "Yo, man," and so he just took that name. What I'm interested in finding out how the name came around is Sureg. I'd like to know how he got his. Because while I'm not going to reveal his real name, I can tell you that Sureg has nothing to do with his actual name. There's a few people whose actual name is completely unrelated to their screen name, which makes their screen name a little more difficult to attach to their regular name. Coin number 34 now. 34 is to Mike Birchman. Got nothing going on here either. This is the one with the swirls underneath the bust. Take a look at the other side to make sure that we don't have anything that we need to be discussing over here. Anything special. Big lamination peel, struck throughs, brockages, indents, any of that other sort of thing. I got it right. She had a relative that'd say, "Yo, man." So he goes by that now. Yo, man. Yo, man, gull. Just sounded good. The gull part. Because he likes seagulls. Okay. Got nothing on that side. I think it was during a roll reveal. I do believe it was. I don't have anybody posting in here right now that I have to ask, how did you get your name? Because, well, most people in here either use their actual name or they use a derivative of their actual name. Then I get confused when people use their actual name on YouTube. But when you get a payment from them in PayPal, it's their wife's name or somebody else's name, not theirs. A 1915 Britannia gold coin. Well, here's a couple of things about Britannia gold coins. You want to make sure that it's an original uncirculated coin, because if it's anything less than uncirculated and original, you don't really want to get it graded, because then your grading fees actually outweigh the profitability or the value profitability on the coin, depending on what you paid for it, of course. But your best bet to get it graded would be to find someone who can send it into NGC for you. NGC will give you a grade and a authenticity, basically, a certification of authenticity on the coin. And they are the most respected grading company with the lowest fee. You've got PCGS as well, but PCGS fees are higher. Well, see, I didn't know a WWF wrestler named Scott Hall, so wouldn't know to ask that. But I hope that helped you, Craig. The fees for a gold coin, I would assume that your fee for grading with NGC is going to be about $25, $20 to $25 for the holder, and then you have to pay for shipping and insurance coming back to you based on value. And that's going to probably be another $15, $10 to $15. So you're talking about $35, $40 for one coin. The upside is when you actually send a number of coins in at once, and you can combine those shipping fees together to make it less painful on each coin. But it is not cheap getting them graded, which is why I would say, if the coin's been circulated, if it has any wear on it at all, even a minor little touch of wear, and it would grade an AU, you probably don't want to send it in to get it certified. You probably just better take it to a jewelry store and have them test it with their little probes to make sure that it's gold. And if they could be sure that it's gold, it's probably real, because there are a lot of them, and there were a lot of them minted, and they sell as baseline bullion. I love the design, but as numismatic collectible coins, they don't have much extra value. Well, if you know it's gold, unless you would expect that it would attain a very high grade, it's probably not going to be worth grading, unless you just want it in a holder. And then, of course, anything's worth grading if you just want it in a holder. But if it's something you're trying to make any kind of profit on, you're going to chew up your profit by sending it in to have it graded. If you had something that could perhaps be more scarce, or something that in a higher grade is worth more money, which for most of the sovereigns it's not, then I would recommend having them graded. But for what it sounds like, you have a relatively normal coin. You found it in a bunch of foreign coins. You found a gold coin in a bunch of foreign coins. That's pretty good. Did yourself good there. Well, if you want to have it graded just to be able to say that you've got a graded gold coin, then by all means. If you found it in a bunch of foreign coins, you probably didn't pay much of anything for it, which means you've got a lot to catch up on as far as its value is concerned before you run out of value for the money spent. So if you've got a $100 coin, you paid 25 cents for it, then paying $25 to have it graded is nothing. Yeah, I had a little lot of foreign coins I purchased one time, had a Turkish gold coin in it. So it does happen. This Turkish gold coin was really small, though. I mean, it was half dime size. It was a very small coin. But it still had, 3 or 4 grams of gold. Of course, at that time, it really wasn't worth very much. 3 or 4 grams of gold at that point in time would have gotten you, I don't know, maybe $40. Now probably $100. Oh, Starbuck. I'm doing very well. I have an appointment tomorrow to go get a tooth worked on because I've got a bad tooth. Hopefully I will not be slurring my speech and numb and everything when the auction comes around tomorrow evening, because I am still planning on doing the auction tomorrow evening. Hopefully I'm not in pain and I'm having to take pills and go to sleep. But we'll know tomorrow around 1 o'clock in the afternoon or so. So if I end up having to cancel, which I don't think I will, you'll know early enough. But I'll send out a message to everyone to tell you one way or the other tomorrow afternoon when I get back from the dentist. And the auction is slated to be 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. Who wants to open up an original sealed bag of 1989 pennies? How's that sound? Thank you, yo man. 1989 pennies. I have an original bag of 1989 pennies, and I'm considering the possibility of doing a bag break on them. Basically the same thing as a roll reveal, only we're going to grab the coins straight out of this mint sewn bag right on camera and look through them. Thinking about doing that sometime, not this coming week, but the week after. I'll do probably 200 coins. What about 1983D? Who would like to do 1983D? Original sealed bag, 1983D. You never know what you could come up with out of that. There's a couple of double dies. There's a couple of RPMs. There's that nice doubled ear in 1983D possible. Yeah, I've got availability to a bag of 1983D that I may or may not end up purchasing. No, it'll be a reveal thing, Wanda. It'll be where I sell the coins prior to opening the bag. So we'll all find out together if you guys got a great deal or not. Only 6 more likes to hit 25 likes, folks. If you haven't hit that like, pound on that little thumb until it turns blue. Doesn't cost you anything, and it does help my channel. Still haven't found a die variety in this roll. Looks like we're going to get skunked this time around. Only got 4 more coins to go. There's coin number 47, goes to Levels of Madness. Pretty coins, just no die varieties. We keep repeating the same dies over and over again, which tells me that yes, this is an original roll, and no, there probably aren't any die varieties in it. Now, number 48, Jim Fletcher. Number 49. Number 49, Farm Dog. Yeah, nothing going on there. And on the reverse side, that was a little hair or fiber or something sitting on top of the coin. Got nothing going on there. And here's coin number 50, last coin in the roll. Jim Fletcher again. Got Jim Fletcher, coin number 50. Started this off about 4 minutes early. We're ending about 15 minutes early. How about that? I'll pay you guys back for my tardiness earlier. Actually getting done faster than normal. Yeah, here we go. Nothing left. Nothing left but the crying now. We got 50 coins, 50 normal coins, no die varieties in this particular reveal from an original roll. So that's what we have. That's how the cookie crumbled this time around. And there they are, all 50. So that's what we've got. That's what we've got going on. I have a number of rolls headed toward me, on their way in now. And once I get them, we'll have more stuff to do. I've also got about 10 bags of wheat pennies headed toward me. 10 bags of circulated wheat pennies. If anybody's running low on wheat pennies, let me know, because I'm going to have plenty of them. I guess that's all I've got for now. So, Bill, no, I have not. I will send your package tomorrow. It'll be going out tomorrow. I finally figured out everything that I need to send you. So I've got it all here in a box and it's ready to go, and I've got the postage already done for it. So it'll be headed out tomorrow. You do, Wanda. You do have plenty coming from me. I got to get that done too. Alright folks, well, I'm going to go ahead and take off. I'm going to go ahead and get my stuff ready for the auction tomorrow. And I will see you at 8 o'clock Eastern Time tomorrow evening. Craig, no I don't. You can email me at cd@coppercoins.com. Let me know what you need, or let me know what you would like to have, and I can make up a price for you on the fly. But I don't have an actual price sheet. What I'm getting in are going to be bags of mixed circulated wheat pennies. If you let me know how much you want, I'll be able to make a good price for you. Alright folks, I'll talk to you later. Give me an email, cd@coppercoins.com, if you have any questions, have any concerns, or have anything that you would like to speak about. And I will talk to you later.